Mike Radich here, and I'm now joined on the phone by MFC Featherweight Graham Spencer. Graham, how are you?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Graham, you got a fight coming up at MFC 35 on October 26th. How's training been going for the fight?
Oh, it's been going awesome. I mean, just about 2 weeks out, so I'll start to taper down a bit next week. I've been done my whole camp down in Sacramento, California at Team Alpha Male. So it's can't get better training than this.
And who are some of the guys, obviously Uriah Faber, Joseph Benavidez, Chad Mendes, but who are some of the guys specifically you're working with?
Those guys and John Kofer, he was on Ultimate Fighter. He's a southpaw and I'm fighting a southpaw. I'm actually living with him while I'm down here. So working a lot with him. There's Danny Castillo, he just had a fight. Michihiro Magawa, he's in town for a little bit. Joe Warren's in town. There's just too many guys to name, really. There's just a room full of great guys.
Is this a permanent move to Team Alpha Male, or are you just training with them for this fight?
This is my second camp that I've done down here, so my plans are, as of right now, to do all my future fight camps down here.
And when you're... Oh, sure, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. There's just, in the NIMO, there's no place where you can train, like, full-time, like, 2 times a day sort of thing. So, and I've made a lot of friends down here, so it's a great spot.
You're going to be fighting Shane Nelson. What are your thoughts about him as an opponent?
Oh, she's super tough. She's really aggressive, well-rounded, trains with BJ Penn. And he's Hawaiian. All those Hawaiian guys are really tough, so I mean, I think it's going to be a really entertaining fight.
Graham, 4 of your wins are by submission. Is that where you want the fight, on the floor, or are you pretty comfortable wherever the fight may go?
Well, like, if I could pick what I would want it to be, it would be me on top, obviously.
Sure.
But I mean, you can never really say for sure where a fight's going to take place, so I'm training for everything. I mean, I just got finished doing boxing, sparring with a bunch of pro boxers and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm ready wherever it goes.
A lot of casual fans may not know who you are. How excited are you that this fight is going to be broadcast on national TV and allow fans that maybe have never seen you fight before the opportunity to watch you fight?
Oh, man, I'm so excited. I mean, like, a lot of the guys over on the West Coast, they don't get a lot of exposure out there. So, this is a huge step up for, like, I'm going to be on live TV all over the States and stuff. I mean, I'm super excited for it.
You're from British Columbia originally. Are any of your friends and family, are they going to make the trip from BC to Alberta?
Actually, my parents are both from Alberta.
Oh.
My dad's from Edmonton.
Oh, I see.
And my mom's from around Lethbridge. So I'll have a bunch of family at the fight. And lots of my friends have moved out to Alberta for work and whatnot, so I'll have a little crowd there supporting me.
As we're getting closer to the fight, how are you feeling? Are you feeling, excited, nervous, anxious? What's the feeling that you're having right now?
I'm so excited. I mean, I was just talking about it with my roommate. I'm super excited. I mean, I usually get nervous, like, when I find out who I'm fighting, and then once I get into training, it just turns into excitement. There'll be a little nerves when I'm cutting weight and stuff, because that sort of messes with your head, but yeah, as of right now, I'm just super excited to get in there.
A couple months ago, there was a report that you had signed with Aggression Fighting Championships. What exactly happened there? Because now you're with the MFC.
Yeah, well, actually, like, my agent gave me that contract to sign and to fight Adam Lawrence, and I thought that would be a good fight, so I signed it. But before he returned it to the promoter for them to sign, I guess they got in an argument about something, and didn't really feel like working with each other, so an opportunity came up with MFC, which I had never even thought of before because they didn't have featherweights. I mean, MFC
this fight is going to be the first featherweight fight in the history of the MFC. Is it an honor for you to be fighting in the first MFC featherweight fight, or does it really not matter that much to you and you're just looking at this as another fight?
It's an honor for sure. I mean, I'm trying not to think about it too much, but it'll be more of an honor if I can be the first featherweight champ for sure.
Sure. Now, you said that you didn't think that you were on the MFC's radar because they didn't have a featherweight division, but what has the organization been like? Have you had any contact with them, or has you just been leaving that up to your management?
No, I've been texting and talking to Mark. It's been really great so far. Just nothing too much, just getting hotel, flight details, and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But I've had some teammates for the MFC, Andrew Buckman and Nick Inchcliffe, and so my coach has been out there, and he's had nothing but great things to say about it. So I'm super excited. Mm.
Graham, this fight is going to take place in a ring. Have you ever fought in a ring before?
Yeah, I've had a couple fights in a ring. Mm-hmm. My first fight was in a ring, and then I fought Mukai Maramo. That was at Edmonton too, and we fought in the ring. Mm-hmm. But I don't mind the ring because it's easier to cut people off, and they're not all grabbing the cage and stuff, so it doesn't really matter if fight's a fight. Mm-hmm.
You were the BFL featherweight champion. When you vacated that title, when you were going to sign with Aggression, but then later signed with the MFC, when you vacated that title, did you have to give the belt back?
Yeah, I gave the belt back, and they gave me a replica of it.
I see.
But it's not as cool as the original belt I had, but I still got something to show for it.
Oh, I see. And now this deal with the MFC, is this a 3-fight deal with them?
Yeah, it's a 3-fight deal. Mm-hmm. And so I'm hoping to be on 3 shows in a row, but I don't really know what the dates are and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Is that a focus for you from here on out to be more active? Because I was looking at your record, and you've really only fought 2 times a year for the last couple of years.
Yeah, well, I'm really busy with my job and stuff, and for this fight, I quit so I can just be training full time, and so hopefully I can, fight every, 3 or 4 months, something like that would be ideal for me.
Mm-hmm. Back in March of 2011, you had a fight with Roy Bradshaw. For the people who haven't seen that fight or don't know what happened that night?
Oh, I shot a double leg takedown on him into the cage. Mm-hmm. It had to be where the cage door was. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if someone forgot to lock it or if the latch malfunctioned, but we ended up flying out of the cage, landed on the stairs, and landed on the cement floor. Ended up at the no contest, and it was really brutal because it was in my hometown, and it was a really long show. It was after midnight. Everyone was waiting around to watch me fight, and then it just ended like that. Mm. That was one of my worst experiences in MMA so far. Mm.
Did you ever think in this day and age in MMA that would happen?
I never really thought about it. But, we're actually pretty lucky. Neither of us had any broken bones or anything that I know of. Because we landed hard, and I was on top of him, right, his back on the stairs, and then on the concrete floor. Mm-hmm. And we both got up pretty much right away, and I wasn't hurt one bit. And I guess he hit his head or something, so we can keep fighting. But yeah, we got lucky. No serious injuries.
Mm-hmm. Your only loss came in May of 2010. It was against Mike Adams. What did you learn from that fight?
Mostly it was more of I sort of panicked. I was intimidated going into the fight. He'd been fighting before I even started training or anything. Mm-hmm. But looking back on it, I was hanging in there with him. I was actually turning it on and doing pretty good, and I got caught and I sort of panicked. So it was more of just a that's what I took away from it.
Mark Pavlich, the owner of the MFC, I saw him do an interview a couple weeks back, and he was talking about a possible fight between you, or a possible rematch between you and Mukai Moromo. Not looking past Shane Nelson, but should you get past him, would you be open to a rematch with Mukai?
Yeah, I'd be open to it. We'd have to
meet at a catchweight or something. Yeah,
weight class and stuff like that. But can't look past Shane at all. I mean,
definitely.
Shane's a UFC vet, so I'm not looking past him one bit.
Yeah, definitely. Graham, one thing that I wanted to end on, kind of a goofy question, but you kind of look like Dennis Kang. Has anyone ever told you that?
Dude, seriously, like a few days ago, I was down here in Whole Foods. I was getting some chicken or something, and the guy working behind the deli was like, "Hey man, are you still with ATT?" I was like, "Huh?" He's like, "You're Dennis Kang, right?" And that's not the first time I've asked me before. I mean, especially I've been to UFCs and stuff, and then people are like, will be in the elevator with me, and they're like, "Man, that's Dennis Kang." Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day he gets mistaken for me.
Right, definitely. Graham, October 26th, MFC 35. How does the fight end?
With my hand raised. I mean, it's going to be a war. I'm expecting a war, but I'm going to come out victorious, no doubt about it.
Graham, real quick before I let you go, do you have any sponsors you would like to thank, and is there anything you'd like to say to the fans?
Actually, I don't really have any of my sponsors locked in yet that I know of, so I'll most likely be thanking them after the fight. And to the fans, just make sure you either get tickets, come to the show if you're in Edmonton, or tune in on Access TV. It's going to be a great show.
Graham, thank you for taking the time to talk. I really appreciate it. Good luck at MFC 35 on October 26th against Shane Nelson.
All right, thanks a lot, man.